Yo, what is up guys? How y'all doing? C-Ball here, and today I'm going to be doing Q&A number 3, the series where you guys ask me whatever it is the heck you guys want to ask me, and I try my best to answer it. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop right on in. First question that we've got up today is from Zing Bang Zing, and he asked, what are your all-time favorite COD maps? Alright, let's start off with World at War, since that was the first Call of Duty I actually played in its prime. I did play it on the Wii though, so I don't know that you'd really count that as playing it. Just kidding, if you play on the Wii. I love it. It's fun, but it does kind of suck. Okay, so yeah, my favorite map on that game was definitely Castle. I loved Castle. I would really like to see Black Ops 2 do a remake of that for the next map pack, if the next map pack, is not just a zombies only map pack, which I wouldn't be surprised to see, because that's what they did in Black Ops 1. I also really liked Cliffside, and as a result, I was one of the few people who actually liked Hazard, I think it was. Yeah, Hazard was the remake of Cliffside that they did in Black Ops 1 for one of the map packs. I can't remember which map pack it was, but yeah, I really liked both those maps. Those were really good in my opinion. And Modern Warfare 2, Favela was definitely my favorite. I also really liked High Rise, and I'm trying to think. Wasteland, that's what it is. Wasteland I actually kind of like too, just because Modern Warfare 2 I liked dicking around with sniper rifles and other random crap, and Wasteland was pretty good at that, and back when I played Modern Warfare 2 in its prime, I was still kind of a really crappy player, so I thought it was really fun to just go sit out in the bushes, out on the edges of the map, and be one of those douchebags that everyone hates. Black Ops 1, well obviously Firing Range and Summit, those two were great maps. For the DLC, I actually really liked, was it Hangar 18, I think it was? Oh, that reminds me, Hangar from World at War, that map I really enjoyed too. But in Black Ops 1, I think it was Hangar 18, I think. It was the one that's a remake of Area 51, and there's like the SR-71 right above B Domination Point. I really liked that map. For Modern Warfare 3, I don't. I hated that game so bad, but Village and Mission were both pretty good maps in my opinion. I actually really liked Bakara too, which I know a lot of people hate that map, but for some reason I enjoyed it. And then for Black Ops 2, I really like Raid. That is a great map. Not Studio. Yeah, Studio is actually a pretty good map, but I mean that's a remake. Standoff, that's what I was going for. Standoff, in my opinion, is one of the best maps in all of Call of Duty history. And I love that map. You can use any type of gun on it and be successful with it, and it just works out great for pretty much every game mode that you can think of. And I love that map. Alright, next question. ZZ Top Slayer. What's your favorite horror movie? I don't really watch horror movies, in all honesty. If I had to pick one, I don't really know that this is my favorite, but it's the only one I really remember. Junior year of high school, I had a weird girlfriend who was really into horror movies, and yeah, I wasn't too opposed. I mean, you're the guy, you don't really say no to a horror movie if you catch my drift. But yeah, she made me watch this really dumb and cheesy horror movie, The Tooth Fairy, where the Tooth Fairy come out at night and just kill people and a bunch of random crap like that. And it was so cheesy and really stupid, but it was pretty funny just to make fun of it. And I enjoy a lot of things that I can just sit there and laugh at and make fun of, not necessarily because they're funny in themselves, but they're funny because they're so stupid that you're just like what an idiot. Who would write that? No offense if any of you guys know someone who's involved with making that movie. I'm sure it's great in some people's opinion. But yeah, next question. The Snowboarder 99. What's your favorite gun in Black Ops 2? Well, it depends on it, whether or not you're asking like favorite try-hard gun or favorite gun to just go dick around with. Because if you're talking about favorite guns to go dick around with, I really like the crossbow. I like the ballistic knife. The Executioner is pretty fun, and that thing's actually not too bad. The 1216. That one is one of my favorite guns to just go run around with and not really worry about what your final KD is, just kind of dicking around, running a gun, and hoping for the best. That one's pretty fun. Let's see. I don't think there's really a whole lot of other dicking around guns that I love in Black Ops 2. As far as my favorite try-hard guns, For the assault rifles, it kind of switches between the AN-94 and the M8A1. It just kind of depends on my mood. Right now, I've really been digging the M8A1, and I've gotten in a great rhythm with that gun. But there are other times where I love the AN-94 and prefer that one. So I think it just kind of depends on the week. For SMGs, this one's kind of surprising, actually. The Scorpion, that one is my favorite SMG. The MSMC, I don't know, like, I don't feel like I do as well with the MSMC, so I prefer using the Scorpion, and then if I want an SMG that has a little bit more of long-range ability, I prefer the MP7 or the Vector. But I really don't like the MSMC. I'm not that big of a fan of the PDW, especially not since the early nerfs that they did to that gun to give it a lot more recoil. It's not as good as it used to be. When the game first started, I loved that gun. I love the MSMC. In fact, if you go back at the start of my channel, the start of Black Ops 1, or 2, excuse me, Black Ops 2, I actually did a setup video where I recommended using the MSMC, and that was like 2 days into the game, so yeah. Give me credit, man. I found out really early which guns were best. But, yeah, I don't like it as much anymore. And then I really like the Remington. That gun is really fun to use. And it works out really well on maps like Hijacked. And if you're doing Hardpoint on Yemen, the church hardpoint, man, you can beast it up with the Remington in that one. If I'm on, I really like the KSG, except for my only problem with that gun is you got to be really accurate and you have to have a good connection. So sometimes I love it, sometimes it makes me want to pull out my hair. But yeah, it's pretty fun. It's a good gun to use. Alright, next question is from Flame Legends. What are you focusing on in college and what is your current job? Alright, well, I am a business student right now. I still have 2 more years left before I get my bachelor's. And my specific area in business is MIS, which, for those of you guys who do not know, is Management Information Systems. It's pretty much like computer science type stuff, except for it focuses a little bit more on the business aspect of that. And yeah, I'm not really sure what exactly I want to do with my degree once I graduate. I have a couple different options. I plan on getting my master's at some point in the next 10 years, but depending on what I decide I want to do for a career, I might end up going to getting my master's right away, or I might go out in the workforce for 5 to 10 years and then go get my master's after that. But yeah, it just kind of depends. I still haven't really decided. It's a big choice. I mean, you're deciding what you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. Though I will say, at some point I would love to start up my own business. It's probably going to take a little while before I actually do that, and I hate saying that because I always tell people to not delay what they want to do, because the more you delay it, the less likely it is to happen. But in my situation, I think it'll help out a lot if I just wait 5 to 10 years, get a nice nest egg built up, and get settled down before I try to start my own business. But yeah, that's what I'm doing as far as what I'm focusing on in college. And what my current job is, I am currently a early morning janitor on campus, and yep, it's not fun. I hate the hours. I start at 4 a.m. my time, which I freaking hate, and I have to go to bed like 10 every night, which kills me, because before I started this job, I hadn't gone to bed before, I don't know, like midnight on a consistent basis since probably 8th grade. So for the first time in 5 or 6 years, I'm going to bed before midnight, and I freaking hate it. It sucks horribly. And yeah, I'm not gonna say it's a horrible job, but you're a janitor. You gotta go clean up other people's messes. It's not it's not the most fun thing in the world. But hey, you know what? It pays the bills, pays me lots of money, which I like, and yeah, it's not too bad, I guess. You gotta start somewhere, right? Alright, last question we got this week is from DuBois Spitfire. And he starting freshman year next year, and I want to start figuring out what I need to do. And he was starting, I believe he was saying, starting freshman year of college. At least I hope he was. But anyways, the things I would start looking at this point, if you're going to be a freshman in college, not this fall, but the next fall, and by the way, university for you international people, and I probably wouldn't listen to my advice because I don't really know exactly how well my advice would work for you international people, because I don't know how all this stuff works out there. But as far as in the United States, I would start applying for scholarships right now, because if you apply for scholarships, if you apply for enough of them, you can probably find a couple scholarships and get a large portion, or even not necessarily a large portion, but you can get some money paid for, and every little bit helps. Even if it's just $500, that's $500 that you would have had to spend on your tuition. Instead, you get to go out and buy an Xbox One or something like that. So I would definitely start looking for scholarships. I would make a list of at least 5, potentially up to 10 schools that you are interested in going to, and just figure out what you need to do to apply to them and start the application process. I would make sure you make at least 1 or 2 schools that you're almost guaranteed to get into, just as fallback options, just in case you don't get into the ones that you wanted to get into. But also don't give up on the ones you really want to, because yeah, you want to make sure you're going to a school that you're going to enjoy, and then narrow it down to a couple different schools. And once you do that, if you can, go try to visit the campuses, because there are some schools where on paper you think they're going to be a great option. Like, I'm not going to lie, my number one choice when I was in high school, I'm so glad I didn't go there, because I don't think I would have done well at all with all the people that go there. And yeah, I really like the school that I'm at now. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not trying to sound cocky or anything or narcissistic, but I think it's a little bit below me as far as the academics go. But as far as the atmosphere, it's perfect for me. I love it up here, and I'm so glad things worked out the way that they did, and I turned out up here. And yeah, so definitely, if you can, go try to visit the college campuses and just see which one fits in best with your personality and which one you think you would do the best at, because that is so important in college. But yeah, that wraps it up for the questions this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you guys want to see any questions that you have answered in future episodes, feel free to leave it down below in the comment section on this video or any of my other videos for the upcoming week. I would prefer to do one of these episodes every Friday, but again, that kind of all depends on whether or not I get enough questions. You can also send me questions on Twitter if you so prefer. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, have a nice day.